After successfully scoring their first kill in the Mediterranean, Captain Krautmann and U-559 head off towards Malta, where they have been charged with conducting some reconnaissance on the airfields on the small island. Although the spirits of the crew are high, they know the dangers ahead are going to be just as high. A fact that no one on board can ignore. They are still a very untested crew, and have yet to test out the new TDC that U-559 carries aboard her. And although Captain Krautmann is extremely confident, the fact of the matter is, in terms of this new technology, he is just as green as his new crew. Hello, and welcome once again. J76NY here, and this is episode number 2 of Season 3 of our U-Boat playthrough with Captain Fritz Krautmann. Last episode, we did have our first kill. It was kind of a mess. We ran out of deck gun ammo, blasting away at that thing. Missed with our stern tubes, but we got a solid shot off with our bow tubes. Going to be trying to use the TDC if possible. I did manage to get into the actual controls for it. However, I don't know about the little icon on the sidebar, if that's something that I messed up in the last episode. I think I have to have an actual officer assigned to the TDC so that it works, which I didn't do. So an oversight on my part that I will correct as we go forward. Right now, our crew is mostly resting, with the exception of First Officer Prine, who is making sure we don't get lost. Speaking of our crew here, we are fully stocked with officers and enlisted. We have the option to add another officer with a point. I think I'm going to do that so that we can have two radio officers. So one can be on the radio, one can be on the listening station when they need to, instead of switching this guy back and forth in between the two. I haven't scheduled any tasks for these guys yet, but we will take a look at that when we can. Let's see. Currently, we do have a guy down with tuberculosis. So I could add shifts here, specializations. We've got 300 more points to get before we get a point that we can assign to someone. But we are going to make our way to Malta and do our reconnaissance, and hopefully do it completely undetected, because that's part of the mission parameters, if I remember correctly. So we're going to get in there. We are going to reconnoiter RAF Lucca. So sit back, relax, and enjoy episode number 2. Alright, here we are at Malta. This is our task of finding 4 AA guns. We are right now on the surface, which is kind of a risky thing. We do have a patrol craft somewhere out here. That doesn't look like a patrol craft. It looks like some type of merchant. But there is a patrol craft somewhere out here. I just lost them. We have to find 4 AA guns. And I think we have to get a little closer to do that. We're We're going to have to be pretty careful. We're also not in the deepest water. So I'm assuming this is where the AA guns would be. Everything is charged. So going down to periscope depth might not be a bad idea.
Bestätige.
Looks like we have... Those are either trees or guns. Can't tell. But they might be right in this section here. In which case we're definitely not going to be able to run in there on the surface. I'm going to order a U-48. Yeah, okay. U-559. Down to periscope depth.
Auf Seerohrtiefe.
I'm going to set the alarm to get these guys at action stations in case we happen to need them. We don't have any depth gun ammo, so we're going to have to fight it out with torpedoes. If we do have to fight it out, which I'm going to try and avoid. So, alright, we are on the periscope now. Let's get someone slow down a little bit. Have someone go on the depth steer station here. Because I'm not going to be able to see anything if...
Herr Kaloin, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rundblick eingesteuert.
Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Bobbing around like that. Get the periscope above the water. At least as much as we can. Those definitely look like guns there. It said take pictures of them. I don't know exactly how to do that. Those look like guns too. Try something real quick here. Let's have you go to the TDC and see if that brings this up so I can actually use it. But for right now, we're going to get a little closer. See if we can see some AA guns. Now we found one of them. Right here. I don't know what I have to do. I already found it. Okay, so there's one. Oh. I do believe we just ran ashore. So, or ran aground. Come to a stop here.
Alle Maschinen stopp.
Do some scanning here. As we look. We got a missing worker on the engine because he's at the depth steer station. Excuse me. I don't know if they're all clustered in one area or if we have to actually cruise up the coast a little bit. But I did go... Why are we... diesel engines.
E-Motor wieder einsatzbereit.
Alright, well, get to fixing, buddy. the damage control. We'll give him... Take one from you.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe
Give it
gebrauchen.
to you. Here.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Yeah, I know. So he's fixing the engines, it looks like. Or he was. No, he won't.
Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloy.
Alright. We'll fix the engines while I look for these guns. Got an unknown ship. May have to turn around and make another pass here. We've got quite a bit of ground to cover. What these unknown ships are they inside the harbor? Take a look here. Nope. So we got 1 of 4 sighted. Damage to our engines for some reason. I don't think those other things that I saw were actually guns. Now we're getting out into the countryside here. That's where we're pointed. Let's back off a little bit.
Langsame Fahrt zurück.
Then we're gonna turn and head up the coast and try and find some more of these guns. Looks like we got the damage fixed. He's repairing the diesel. Requires that. So we do have spare parts to use. Off a little bit. Right.
Diesel repariert.
Diesel engine's repaired.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Langsame Fahrt voraus.
Back to trying to find him. Look. Is that the one we already found? Okay, there's that one. 1 of 4. Alright. There's 2 of 4. I guess it's just a matter of scanning until you come across them. So far we've only found 2 of 4, so... I'm not really too keen on going into their harbor to look for these things, but if that's what I have to do, that's what I have to
Kurs
do.
auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Alright, so there's 2 of 4 that we found. I'm gonna get in a little closer. and see if we can find the other two. All right, we found number 3. Oh, we're so close. I think number 4 is actually probably, if I'm not mistaken,
Handelsschiff.
Right here.
300 Grad.
Yep. There we go. We found all 4 of them. So, U-48, U-559, right now is in a pretty dangerous spot. I would say we're pretty close to enemy territory. We're like right on the coast here. So
Zielposition erreicht.
we might want to get out of here. I think that probably isn't the worst idea. So, Krautmann, get that periscope down. Make a hard
Kurs auf
right.
diese Koordinaten setzen.
And we are going to get out of here. U-40.
Telegramm gesendet.
It's going to take me a while to get rid of the old U-48 thing. I know there was the option to pick U-48, but I had already come up with the story in my mind, so that's what we're sticking with. We're going to move a little faster here, just to get out of Malta as fast as we can. I really am pleased with how that mission turned out so far, and I'd like to continue the streak and not blow it by being detected and attacked and possibly sunk. Alright, so we're out of the area of Malta, but we do have these 2 hydrophone contacts. High speed closing in 20 to 30 kilometers and 10 to 20 kilometers also closing in. They're dead astern, so let's get the scope up. It's daytime now, so we can't really surface. Take a look and see. See if we can see their smoke on the horizon. I'm not seeing anything, and now we're pointed directly ahead. We're just going to scan real quick. And luckily I'm not seeing anything, so... Oh, there they are, right there. It does look like they're closing on us, at least one of them. We're still submerged, so
Torpedo Rohr 1 gewartet.
they are under the horizon. But with us being submerged, it's not going to take them too long to
Jedes Mal, wenn unsere Mutter Suppe mit Petersilie macht, zieht sie
Empire Sky, huh?
Es ist lustig anzusehen, aber es lässt mich auch mal zu Hause vermissen.
Well, we may... We may be in a position to intercept this guy. But I have U559 turn around. We are going to lay in wait What are we looking at for air? Battery capacity is 81. And our air quality is 78, but it's also dropping. I'm going to turn the boat around. We are going to get into a position roughly parallel to where they are. And I'm going to try and set up a torpedo attack on these guys. This might be destroyers. High speed closing in, and medium. I think we already know this is the freighter. Right there. I'm willing to take a shot at that freighter. I mean, it's on unassigned, but it's a kill nonetheless. So we're gonna get into position and hopefully sink our second ship. All right, we have our target in sight here. I'm seeing 3 masts, and it looks like the funnel is in the middle of the ship there. No, there's 1 mast here. There's 2 masts in the front. It's like the Liberty ship here. Alright, so we'll call it a Liberty ship. Let's get the distance real quick. Probably pretty far out. The other thing that we have to worry about is the ship is escorted. 5,248 meters. We do have escorts that are pretty close in. I'm not sure if these little things here, these motor torpedo boats, if they have sonar or not. I'm gonna run on the side of caution and say they do. But for right now, don't see anything out in that general direction either. Alright, this is who we're going to be attacking. She's still quite a ways out, so we're going to have to wait for these guys to pass. I'm going to turn in and drop down to about 50 meters. We're already going pretty slow, so I'm going to try and use the TDC. I might miss. There's a very, very good chance I'm going to miss, just because I've never actually used it in a combat situation before. We're going to be damn close to the freighter when we actually fire. So once all 3 of these guys get past, I'll come back up to periscope depth and recite the recite the Liberty ship here. Not going to worry about sending the messages right now. Can anyway, underwater. Shouldn't be too long before they pass. As medium and closing in and high and closing in. So they should get by at a decent time. And then we're going to take another look at the Liberty ship and hopefully take a successful torpedo attack on her. Alright, we're at 3,500 meters now. I'm going to try and adjust this a little bit so that we're coming in at more of a 90-degree angle. Let's take a speed reading on this ship. So unlock. Is she even moving? Got this rudder set midship here. I think we're turning. Is she even moving? Oh, be off. We can see land out here? Is that what that is? Yeah. How far away are we? Probably about a little bit over a mile, a little bit under a mile. No. There's a patrol craft there. I don't even think she's moving. I'm gonna stop here. I honestly don't think the ship is moving at all. Yeah, she is a little bit. The angle on bow is probably about, if I were to guess, I'd say 75. We can set that. 64. I think it's tracking him. Leaving bearing from attack periscope. Okay. You moving now? Yes, she is. Okay, let's find her speed. And start. So it is speed, the seconds divided by the length of the ship times 2. Like she's moving along at a decent clip. Is also heading towards us. Oh. Alright, coming up on 40 seconds here. Coming up on almost 60 seconds. And stop. Well, that would be 60 seconds. Lock onto the ship again. 60 divided by 135. Looking at 0.25 times 2. That's 4.5 knots. Pretty slow. I'm not really sure I buy that. But I'm gonna have to trust the readings. We'll put in 4.5 knots. that. Definitely moving pretty slow. There's one way I can find out. Yeah, she's moving. Alright, I did set this up so that I'm going to be firing a salvo of 4 on all of my tubes. All of my forward tubes. Here, this is set to forward. Currently receiving 70 on the angle on bow. It's increasing, so the distance check the distance again here. $2,471. I did that other escort. There she is out there. Whatever this is, gotta be something important if they got all these little boats. But they are pretty close to Gibraltar, or Malta, so it's starting to look like she's turning away a bit. Is it decreasing? It's increasing. So she's still turning towards us. We're so close. I could take another speed reading again. Just to double check. Might not be a bad idea.
Torpedo Rohr 5 gewartet.
That's blinking on and off. Okay. God damn it. Alright, reset. Hop and reset. Do it again. Says angle on bow down here is 44. We'll see how long this times out for. Does look like she's kind of turning away. Yeah, she is. She's turning away. You can see the masts starting to line up. And more of the stern. And she's speeding up, apparently. Okay, get ready. And mark. So it's 60 seconds exactly. I think that's the same as what it was a 4. 4.5. Okay. Alright, let's lock onto the ship. Lock on. Take a distance reading. $2,062. Go to the TDC. Why is that not lit up? Increase this up to 2,062. 68. Angle on bow is 82. Increasing. Ship's target speed 4.5 knots. I don't know why this isn't lit up. It should be lit up. Bow, salvo. 1 and 4. Bridge. Attack periscope. Not lit up though. I don't know. Forward, backward, forward. Disabled. Enabled. Everything seems to be set. I don't understand. This light should be lit up. Angle on bow motor is enabled, enabled, enabled. We should be good to go. $18.84. We'll plug that in and fire. Whoops. On. Go with that. I'm gonna check attack periscope, bow, salvo, 1, 2. Four. Angle 359, spread 4. Manual. Gonna end up blowing this fucking attack. We're coming up on 0 though, so we're still in a decent position to attack. I'm just probably way overthinking this. That 1743. $16.97. Let's just send it to the TDC
Aktualisieren.
like this.
Entfernung zum Ziel 1, 6, 9, 8 Meter.
1797 and
Los!
all 4 away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, back here. Let's get this boat moving. We're gonna turn this way. We're gonna dive. Let's go down to
Tauchen auf 85 Meter.
here. We were so close. Not looking bad. It's a full spread of 4 torpedoes right there.
Der Torpedo
We may
ist
actually
auf
get a
halbem
couple
Weg.
hits. All right, let's take a look here.
40 Sekunden bis Torpedo-Einschlag.
That one's gonna miss. If we miss, I'm gonna be so mad.
30 Sekunden.
That one's actually looking pretty good. Nope.
20 Sekunden.
Do we have a hit? One hit. Alright, so we missed with 3, hit with 1. I'm not sure if this is going to be enough to sink this big ship or not, but she's taking on water by the bow pretty major. Slow our speed down a little bit. I think she's sinking. Yeah, looks like she's sinking. Maybe not. Life rats are over the side. She's going under.
Rohr 1 geladen.
We did it. We sunk the ship. My first use of the TDC there. Not registered as a sunk ship, though. But I'd call that a sunk ship. He's going under. Now we just have to get out of here. So you guys that know the game quite well, you saw what I was doing with the TDC. One of my 4 hit, the other 3 went too far forward. By all means, give me every bit of advice that you can. You help me out, because you can't be missing like that, especially if I'm only going to be using 1 torpedo or 2 torpedoes at a time. You can't be missing. We do have to get out of here now. We're going to turn around. And we're actually going to pick up speed. What's the depth here? 150 to 200. Let's go down to 100 meters.
95 Meter.
Stationary. They're stationary. So I'm assuming that they have medium closing in. Medium closing in. So I'm assuming that they do have sonar. Here's our other torpedoes. We just got to get out of here now. Okay. I would call that a successful attack. It wasn't exactly the best attack, as you can see. 3 of the 4 are still cruising along. Maybe if I had not been so close, they would have had more time to spread out and
Rohr
catch
4
up
geladen.
with the or spread out and hit the damn target's what I'm trying to say. But they're still going, and they are still spreading out, so maybe launch at a greater distance in the near future. But for now, like I said, we have to get out of here. So I'm going to do that. If these guys happen to pick me up or anything else, you'll be the first to know about it. Probably speed things up a little bit here.
Torpedo Rohr 1 gewartet.
Alright, let's slow down. They're getting kind of close here.
Torpedo Rohr 4 gewartet.
Medium moving away. Alright. Pick up speed. Moving away. And this one's closing in. 10 to 20 kilometers, 10 to 20 kilometers, and 0 to 1,000 meters. Oh. Oh. I think we may have just...
Zielposition erreicht.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Raubengeräusche, kleine Gruppe. Peilung 250 Grad.
Head due north.
Raubengeräusche direkt über uns.
They're closing in. They're just...
Herr Kaloi, wir haben unsere Position
Yeah, I know we've
erreicht.
reached our target. That's kind of annoying, but we'll do this. There, how's that? We'll get out of here.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
Right, we are back in port. Captain Krautmann receives the Iron Cross Second Class and the Iron Cross First Class for that patrol. Good job, Captain. We are moving towards the German Cross in Gold. Campaign objectives, what we did so far. We've got 11,442 of the 50,000 points of the Battle of the Mediterranean. The Empire Labrador was sunk. We get $200 for that. It was registered in Great Britain and carrying tea from Malta to Alexandria at 4,220 tons. The Empire Nerissa was sunk. Another $200. Registered in Great Britain and was carrying raw resources from Gibraltar to Malta. 7,222 tons. So that indeed was a Liberty ship. We rewarded with 8,000 to our budget Franz Holland. We sunk 11,442 tons. We were at sea for 16 days, 8 hours, and we traveled a distance of 5,260 kilometers. Reached the port of Malta, find the AA guns, patrol area, traveled 2,000 kilometers, and sunk the 4,000. I think we already have our next mission. Maybe not. Alright, so our crew has gained experience. With that, we can... do we have any requisition points, actually? Or
Ihr
whatever it's called
Verbindungsoffizier,
here.
die Befehle vom BDU weiterzuleiten. Wie kann ich Ihnen behilflich sein?
Take a real quick look at this here. Request a flotilla change, few favors. We don't have any points yet, so can't do that. Our battery is still charging. You think it would have charged on the way back, but let's find this Franz Powland. He's ready. He's an engineer. Got 4 engineers. Or 3 engineers right now. Whoops. Let's have him go to mechanic. I like his shirt, so we'll keep it as is. Let's go through here. We could probably pull one of these guys. We can free a survivor. There we go. Got some more money for freeing the survivor. Let's get rid of you. And we'll bring on... I guess I can. So, let's go get our guy back. He's boarded. Alright, he's hospitalized with tuberculosis. We get a point at 500. So, there's that. Next mission, we can take a look at it. I'll pick it in the next episode here, the Battle of the Mediterranean. Very large number of enemy vessels. 4,000 tons. This is medium. Small. We get Ernst Helming for this, another mechanic. It's a high difficulty. That's what we have. Patrols for our next mission here. Anyway, that's going to do it for episode number 2. If you guys like it, hit the like button. If you have any thoughts, tips, or advice, particularly TDC operation, let me know in the comments down below. If you want to follow along through our career with Captain Krautmann in the Second World War as Nazi submariners, hit the subscribe. And we'll see you for episode number 3. J76NY saying thank you very much for watching and have yourself a very good day.